Test.
All right, this is right. This is
We're
gonna
locked
be good.
in?
Yes, we're locked in. Now I'm gonna do this. And we're synced up
Fucking go, dude.
like a period.
Let's freaking go. Sorry.
We're synced up like a period.
Man.
I do that at the start of every time I do that. Every
you make
episode.
that joke every time?
I did 32 episodes. I did 32 episodes, and I did one episode where I didn't do that, and it was with Peyton Ruddy, and it was a stinker of an ep.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Peyton's a good guest, though.
Peyton's a good guest. I'm a bad host.
I got to follow Peyton?
Well, no.
Okay.
No, that wasn't that was like in the archives.
I thought it was like the last one you did.
No. I didn't do the period sync joke, and it just was a dud.
You think it just ruined the vibe?
It ruined the vibe. I've explained this multiple times, but whenever I have like a
You've
friend,
talked about this on the
oh
pod?
my God, because every time I do the joke, they go, "Do you do that every time?" And then I go, "Well, I didn't do it one time," and then
And it ruined it.
and it ruined it, and it was. The problem when you have a friend on is you don't want to interview.
Yeah.
Because
Because we're friends.
Mhm.
So you don't want to be like, what's comedy like?
Yeah, and then you don't want to be like, so how's your week? I guess that's how you actually should.
How's your week been? It's like we hung out last night.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is good. This is a good lead, and we've hung
That is
out
true.
all week. But I was hanging out with Peyton a lot then. But the problem is I didn't want to like ask him like, so how was growing up?
Yeah. Hey, what's Kill Tony like?
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know, man.
All right, I roll.
I do like the idea of you doing a podcast like you're a tour guide and just doing the same jokes to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like having stock lines that you use for everyone.
Isn't that all podcasts are? I swear every podcast is just them doing jokes and the guests going, what? And then they go, oh, we do this thing.
Sorry, we have a bit on this podcast.
Yeah, we have a bit that you've never heard of.
Yeah,
that,
they're like, cool, I don't watch it. I'm sorry.
But then explain, yeah. So now that the vibes are good,
Yes.
now that we've done the period sync joke,
Cool.
how's your week been?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
We had a show together last night.
We had a
shout
show.
out St. Charles.
St. Charles, gosh, that was a night on the town. The river was fast.
Yes. That's how you know the show's going good, when all the comics are so distracted they look out the window and go, damn, the river's moving really fast
God,
right
it's
now.
like, because it's not on an incline or nothing. You're like, it looks like rapids
It
out
was
there.
nuts.
I
feel like we go whitewater rafting in St. Charles.
You could go whitewater rafting in St. Charles. I don't think they use that river for transportation at all.
No.
I think it's just nice to look at.
Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. You did something last night that I actually really respected. Carter headlined last night, and you had a good set.
Thank you.
But you clearly weren't pumped about it. Like, it was just like, it was good, but I think by your own standards, you're like, I could have done better.
Yeah.
I felt the same way about my set. But then the show posted like an Instagram boomerang and tagged you and was like, Carter Dockerty murdering. And you reposted it and then added your own caption of, I did not in fact murder. I crushed and then lost them and then got them back and then lost them again, but then got them back at the end.
Actually, that was a lie, though. I didn't get them back at the end at all.
But you know what? Just that simple little bit of honesty, I really respected out of you.
Thank you. I think that's more endearing on the Instagram story, and it'll generate more reactions.
Yep. There's so many
engagement.
times you see comics like repost boomerangs. It's like, so-and-so murdering. And it's like an open mic, and you're like, hey, I was there. They didn't,
Dude, comedy's in a really good place right now because according to everybody's Instagram story, everybody's ripping and murdering. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have checked Instagram stories recently, but comedy's booming.
I've never heard of somebody bombing, actually.
No, actually.
I've only heard of ripping and murdering.
Yes. Absolutely destroying.
Absolutely destroying. They brought the house down.
I would argue the more adjectives people add to those, the worse someone was having a set.
And dude, I don't know what it is, but it seems like the black comedy scene is just popping the fuck off because apparently they're self-proclaiming that they're murdering.
They're going, I murdered last night.
I just went up there and killed, bro.
Yeah. My favorite thing that primarily black comedians do, but sometimes white comics will do this too, and it just makes me giggle, is like posting a video of them doing stand-up, but there's no audio. It's just dubbed over with music.
That's good.
As like a highlight tape.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like an and one mixtape.
Just every time that they've walked on stage and shaking hands with the host, and then the captions like, "This is my dream."
I was thinking about, can I run this by you actually? For my birthday this year, I was thinking about doing like a compilation of intros of like comics at the Laugh Factory, because like Erickson Dockerty will bring me up and be like, hey, this next comic is a white boy with motion, and then like the next being like, this guy's great, and then like a compilation of that, and then music pops in, and it cuts to a highlight tape of me playing basketball.
I think this is great.
I think it's kind of fun,
Yeah,
right?
this is all my Instagram space is like just white boys with motion. It's always like a guy like in front of a bunch of black people like hitting dance moves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just want to be that guy.
I want to be that guy every day.
Yeah, and so I feel like that's why the way I act online.
Yeah, and you know they're laughing at him, not with him, but you're still like, I'd like to be laughed at.
And I think we're teasing on the highlight reel type stuff, but I do want to say I feel like if somebody were to put out like a skate type edit of stand up, I'd be like, this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
So that's just my cringe.
No, I
Everybody
agree.
has their own cringe.
Yes. Yeah, I posted that video of me shooting a basketball and hitting the ceiling, and it did like really well online. But then I had like 30 comics DM me and be like, I'm sorry, man, I don't get it. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Just
Yeah.
the theater kids, you know.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The people that you don't want to get it.
No.
But so comedy's going good.
Comedy's all right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You met a lady last night? I don't know if we're supposed to talk about this.
Yeah, I met a lady. Yeah.
We all met her.
We all met her. She tagged
really
along
got to
from
know
the
her.
show. Here's the thing: is she was sitting in. She was the only person in the front row in a couch.
Yes.
Had her feet on the stage. So she's a great lady to take to the next bar.
She did have good energy.
She did have great energy.
I'll give her that.
Yeah, I'm being a dickhead. I
actually, at a certain point, felt really bad for her because I was like, man, she's being really quiet. And then I was like, oh, yeah, she's around a group of 8 people that are all very extroverted and vocal, and she's never met any of these people before.
Yeah,
I would be like socially
She's in
anxious.
front of 8 people all trying to compete to be the funniest at
Yes.
the table right now.
It's got to be incredibly annoying
Or a good time.
or a fun hang for probably about an hour, and then you go, I'd get out of here.
Yeah. God, we learned a good bottle trick.
Yeah. Should we reveal that?
Nah.
Okay.
I guess that's
Here's
not good podcast.
The long and short of it is Carter and I learned like a close-up magic trick from one of our other friends, and we ran it on a third mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, blew his mind.
Yeah, he really looked like a big dumbass in front of
He was also drunk.
He was.
It was kind of like taking candy from a baby. It was very mean on our part.
Yeah, I'm being really mean because he was pretty upset when he found out
Yeah,
that
he was pretty
we were playing
pissed.
a trick on him.
But you and I were like, oh, we're gonna run this.
Yeah, this is
From
going to
now
be a
on.
good bar trick for a while now.
Yes.
But I don't know if I'm ever going to be good at doing a brewery show like that. Because are they ever going to laugh? Is it really heaven if there's no black guys to fuck your multiple wives?
That was a crazy. Can we give that joke on the pod? That was a nuts.
I talk about how Mormons and their cruel faith.
It turns into you being like an ally.
I'm truly an ally, but the Mormons, they don't believe in a path. They used to not believe in a path to heaven for black people, which is crazy. And I was like, how can it be heaven if there's no black guys to fuck your multiple wives?
And so you ran this tag by me in the back of the room, and I was like, that's the funniest thing I've heard all week. And then you went on stage to do it in front of a group of 50-year-olds in St. Charles.
Who all pay black guys to fuck their wives.
So if anything, you're like, they should relate.
Yeah, this is their creme
And I
de
also
la
want you
creme.
to know, as you're going into this joke, I pulled all like 7 comedians in the back and go, you guys need to watch this.
I appreciate
I
it.
made everybody watch you do that joke. And then, I don't think it got the reaction we wanted.
And you know who was my ally in the crowd that night? The one of 2 black guys in the entire audience.
Oh, of course.
He kept after every joke going, you keep going. And I was like, yes, I will keep going.
That is also a pet peeve of mine. Not that you did it, it just made me think of this, is when comics will do like a clearly racist joke, and they'll be like, yeah, but the one black guy laughed, and then it's just a black guy that's just like sitting minding his own business.
And no, he laughed. He was
Yeah.
the one guy in the crowd that
No, I
laughed.
promise you he laughed. And you go, this is really weird that you feel the need to defend this.
No, I
by
really
using
feel the
him.
need.
I've also done it before. Like, I understand the instinct and where that comes from. I just don't think it comes off like we think it does.
Mhm.
To do a clearly racist joke and then immediately point to a black man and go, he laughed. So you guys should,
Yeah, unless you're trying to get out of it. Unless it really bombed and you're like,
Which,
what
let's
else
be
do I
honest,
say
that's
right
what
now?
we were trying to do last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had my last line of my set bomb, and I was like, thanks, black guy.
I do think
And skedaddled.
that's one of those shows where you go, I want to do okay on this, but I never want to be like, I never want to crush.
Yeah.
Because then you go like, oh damn, I'm built to do comedy for these people.
Some people are built to do comedy for those people.
We have several friends, and they're doing very well. Like, they make a career
Yeah, they're
out
doing
of
better
it.
than everybody because
Yeah.
they're the only people that have money. You know what's sad though is normally I pitched stickers last night.
That was nuts. I respected the hustle, but that was crazy.
It's you're going last at a big brewery show. I was like, I could shell out a couple stickers. I guess maybe I should have read the temp on the fact that they weren't eating me up at that point. But I did a joke about losing a job and then pitched stickers.
Yeah.
And then not a single one sold. And that's how you know the room was really like did not vibe with that guy.
I will say, I feel like you have to either commit to the sticker or not. I think you did a good job of going up and being like, I'm going to pitch no matter what. Because I don't know if you've ever done this. Sometimes I will go up, sticker in back pocket, being like, you know what? If it's going well, I'll pitch them. And then the whole set, I'm just thinking like, do I have enough rapport to pitch stickers right now? It's all I'm thinking about the whole time I'm up there.
I think it's also the fact that I've just repeated 20-minute sets of pitching my sticker probably like 21 times in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just have no shame because it's just on fucking auto drive.
Yeah.
God. Have you been out on the road lately?
Actually, I've been home for a little bit. It's been kind of nice. Well, to be fair, that's kind of a lie. Like last week, I was in New York and then Nashville, but I haven't done like a long road trip in a month or two.
You don't really do road trips, though, do you? You usually go out and then come back.
I do and do not. Like I'll do weeks at a time. I don't know. End of last year, this isn't kind of what you asked, but end of last year, Noelle and I did the thing where it was like we were gone for a month, and we did like.
Did you do a little bus ride?
No, we did flights, which I know sounds better, but you've done bus before, right?
No.
Bus kind of rules. I kind of like bus. We did 17 flights in 25 days, and it was like, by the end of it, I was like, hey, man, I need a rest.
Yeah, that's too many flights.
It was a lot, yeah.
See, my ears, I had tubes in my ears when I was a kid, and then one of my tubes never came out.
Yeah.
And so I get my right ear, I can't hear after I land.
Dude, I don't know if it's the same with you. I hate doing a big show the day of the flight because of that. Like, my equilibrium is all off balance. Like, I have to pop my ears like 10 times before I go on stage.
See, yeah, that's why when that happens, I'll get really drunk.
On the plane or before the show?
No, I don't really take flights. I'm
Fair.
a big driver.
Me
we're
too.
in different classes.
Me too. Don't act like we were in the same class of that.
I'm not flying out. I'm driving there drunk. And
To be fair, I'm driving too, unless shout out Noelle Miller or anybody else pays for it. That's the only way I'm flying places for comedy.
I'm gonna fly to LA next month
Yeah?
because it was $100 on Frontier.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Did you ever get like that Frontier membership that a bunch of people had?
No, the lady that we both saw at one point, she has a Frontier thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, which?
Oh, the one that you only saw one time.
Oh, okay. Good. Glad to throw that in for the listeners, just so they can be like, "Wait, there's multiple." Okay.
Yeah. Well, but it only costs $15 to fly. Every flight. Once you pay $500
for the year,
for
right?
the year,
and then it's $15 per
any
flight.
flight you want to go on is $15.
That's so nice.
That is so nice, except it's Frontier, so everything's like kind of like last second, and everything gets canceled, and everything's
Yeah.
like 70. You see them on Google? They say 17-hour layovers. Yeah, that's what Frontier offers every time. I'm like, who's doing that?
17-hour layover.
But then it's like $100 versus $400 on anything else, and you're like, I could sleep there for a day. It's for people like me who don't have jobs.
Yeah, Frontier really is like Frontier and Southwest. Both of those flights you get on, and you just go, man, these people are like me.
Yeah, and they're like, you have to put all your luggage in your pockets. You got you can't
Just a contact case in one pocket, lotion in the other, and you're like, all right, that's what I got for the week.
Man, the other thing is they try to get you with the bags. They try to say like your bag can't be too big. My trick is I do duffel.
Yeah.
And then since
You
it's
can
closed,
squish.
you could squish, and it can always fit because they're always like that's too big, and I go, all right, lady, watch this. Then I just punch the shit out of it until it's in there.
Frontier is the airline of like, I'm gonna wear one pair of pants this whole trip,
And
no matter how long it is.
And I'm wearing all 5 pairs of socks on the flight.
Yeah.
I'll wear all the hoodies.
I've done that before.
That's a big one
Yeah.
for me Because the bag thing, it makes it double the price.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. So
Especially if you're flying Frontier or like a cheap airline, like the ticket's cheap enough already, and then they get you with the bag.
God, what I used to do is when I was in the military, free bags.
That's nice.
I know. So I had that for 6 years.
Every time I talk to somebody like you that did do military, I go, why didn't I do that? I was like prime candidacy.
I got another year left of it's called the inactive reserves. So before they enact the draft,
that you would get called up.
I would get called up. So
you're nervous.
Yeah. So that's why you probably didn't do it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I was physically in shape. I played football, so it's like I already had damage. I was fine. Like I could have. I knew so many friends that did the military.
So, of the friends that you knew, what were they like? They joined.
They joined?
You know?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Psychopaths.
Psychopaths.
Yeah.
It's all the people that just play too much video games.
Yeah.
A lot of the biggest thing in the military is anime. Like that's the thing that everybody talked about. Like no matter because it was like the black guys that were like cool, they watched anime.
Yeah.
And then
white
like
guys
the white guys
cool.
that were not cool, they watched anime.
Yep.
And then like the fucking Mexican dudes that joined. There's like that's like the three groups that join is like the nerdy white guys and then like black dudes that are trying to like get like free college, which
yes.
and then like it does help citizenship.
So
with your family.
Interesting.
So that's like a big thing too.
Wow, that's a messed up way to think about it.
And then anime links them all together.
Sometimes I mistakenly fall into my own privilege where I look at that situation and I go, we were just 30 seconds ago talking and I was like, man, I'd love to join the military for like free checked bags. And then it's like guys like that joining to be like, I'd love my mom to be able to stay in this country. And I go, damn, all right, that's tough.
Yeah.
Him and I, very different lives. My one friend that joined the military.
We're all going to fight in the war.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm going to have to fight side by side with that guy. He's going to have so much more bravery than I. One of the dudes that I played sports with as a kid that grew up and joined the military, he's high up enough that I can't like say his name on stage. But one time, senior retreat, because we went to like a Catholic high school, so it's like we would go to retreats every year, where it's like we would just go to the woods and like pray.
Was one called Kairos?
Yes.
Yes.
Were you a Kairos kid?
I went to a Catholic school.
Really?
Yes, Catholic high school.
How have we never talked about this before?
I went on Kairos, yeah.
Okay, this story is on Kairos.
Okay, bet.
So it was like we're all staying overnight. This kid that joined the military, he in the middle of the night crawls out of the window of his like dorm room. He's on like the second floor. He like scales down the wall. He like hangs from the window and then drops down. This kid's like 17 years old. He like sprains his ankle on the way down, but then goes out in the woods just to like explore. He chases after a raccoon and like grabs it. Like he captures a raccoon. It cuts up his arms, and then he's like, we're all in this like big Snapchat group chat for for the retreat. He like crawls back into the window, and it's his roommate taking a video of him like hauling himself back into the window, just blood like smeared all over him as he's crawling back in. And whenever I tell people that story, I do feel like, yeah, we're going to win the war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we have those kids.
Well, I'll hit you with a counterpoint.
Okay.
So one time we had our Christmas party for the National Guard, and we got to show up in our civilians, our street clothes.
Okay.
And one of my squad members, he shows up in his furry outfit. He's a big black wolf.
Tough.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty tough.
White guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, really nice. Like, here's another thing about this though is my unit got deployed and they read off the list and they read my name and I like made a big stink. I like kind of cried.
Yeah.
And I like was like, what the fuck? I don't want to. This person's name didn't get read off. The furry went up and was like, could I take Dockerty's place? I would like to go on.
Wait, is that a true story?
That's a true story.
You were supposed to get deployed.
I was supposed to get deployed, and a furry took my place.
Carter, that's nuts.
So that's who's fighting in our next war.
Yeah. I mean, really, both sides of the coin.
Yeah, they're both going after the raccoons, though.
Well, okay, a lot to unpack there. I mean, first and foremost, it's like you unfortunately probably have to carry that around for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah.
Of like, I got called into active duty, and the furry manned up and
I know. I think
and maybe saved my life.
The furry also non-binary.
Okay.
Other Christmas party that we had showed up with earrings and a skirt,
Okay.
and I cannot. I was not enough of a man to.
Man, that
That person is so much more of a man than I will ever.
you
be.
have to carry that around for a while. That would damn, that would hurt my ego for years.
It's not like I that person. I really respect that.
I would too.
That person's that was a good friend of mine also in the
Yeah.
unit.
Yeah, it's just very like
Here's the other thing, though.
The
I will
furry
say
outman me.
nobody's gonna die over there. We were cable line installers.
fair.
What I really was crying about was having to leave stand up.
Okay, in that case, the furry is so much more of a man than you are.
I was like, I just one funniest person in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I have like so much going for me.
But the heckle mic is on Monday. I'm supposed to host.
No, you don't understand. I run a weekly mic at Go Bananas every Sunday. They don't pay me, but if I sell any drinks, I get the tips. And
Is that true?
Yeah.
You ran the mic at Go Bananas?
Not the Wednesday one. I ran a one after the Sunday headliner. It was a second
you
sign-up
ran the
show
B
up.
mic.
It was the B mic, but
Tough.
it was also a thing. Spencer DeMolke and I, we would go up on stage together, and
That's
then
fun.
everybody had to do the first minute of their set with the next comic on stage with them.
Oh,
So you had
that's
to, like,
kinda
riff,
fun.
Bumping mics, and then you leave the stage after a minute, and then they do their set. Which
Wait,
I thought
that's
was
like a really good idea.
I thought it was like a decent idea, and it was
Podcast
fun.
aside for a second, recreate that in Chicago. That's like a fun idea.
Yeah, I just gotta like go do. But it was nice because I would.
Yeah.
I was the Sunday server at Go Bananas, so I would like go up on stage as soon as the show was over, going, "Hey guys, I'm doing an open mic." So I would tell them too that they could just keep their tabs open.
Oh, because you
And
were serving all them.
yeah,
and you're like,
so if I
hey,
s-
you remember me from earlier?
And so we would occasionally get a table or two to stay,
Yeah.
and then it was like 20 comics, so it would kind of go fine. Sometimes it would be really bad. Here's one time it was Sarah Tolamash
Okay.
headlining Go Bananas, and it was like 10 people. She did crowd work on this couple. She was like, you guys are kind of giving me a weird face this whole show. Is something wrong? And they're like, the lady was like, yeah, our son died 2 weeks ago. And it was so brutal. And all the comics were there for the mic, and we're in the back
they
just
all
like
heard it.
watching.
Yeah.
And the show ends, nobody stays. They go out, and I start the mic, and it's like it's called the Sunday Circus, so we play the da 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 da. It's like that, and then like lights are going, and
It's
then
such a silly energy.
Yeah, and I run up on stage and go, "Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I'm in a little bit of a weird mood right now. My son died 2 weeks ago."
Wait, you riffed on it?
Yeah, and because nobody's in the room, and the comics laugh. Everybody's like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good time."
Oh, and the people already taken off?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
just
okay.
comics in the room,
Mm.
and then the door whips open, and a guy goes, "That's not fucking funny." And I look over, and I'm like, "Oh." Apparently, got too drunk, and she was puking in the bathroom, so he was just waiting in the hallway,
Oh
and he
my
heard that
God.
whole thing happen.
And it was his son that
And I just went, and I put the mic in the mic stand, the like music goes down, and I just walk in the back, and we like just don't do the mic for like 30 minutes, and then we start it up again, and it's just the worst thing ever.
Okay, here's not just because I'm biased because I'm your friend, but not to defend you there. I think a normal human being that has never tried stand-up comedy would hear that and go, why would you make fun of the dead son?
Mm-hmm.
But in our heads, we both know that's such like a
Only
pivotal
comics.
event. It's only comics in the room. You have to acknowledge it. You have to say something because it was such an insane moment.
Here's what I was pissed about. We couldn't have fun after, and everybody acted like I was an asshole.
Yeah. It's like, hey,
they were
you guys
comics.
laughed at it.
I know, that's exactly what I
Yeah.
said. Is because I was doing like the host set, and I was like, come on, guys. You guys are acting like I'm the piece of shit.
Yeah.
You
we
all laughed.
collectively laughed at this.
And I guess that energy was not going to get him on my side. But yeah, that's the life of an open mic.
Yeah, truly.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the highs and lows.
Have you ever hosted an open mic?
Oh yeah, I used to run. I've ran a couple. I used to run Laugh Out Loud in Schaumburg. Did you ever hit that one?
No, I never went out to Schaumburg for
Dude.
a mic.
So Laugh Out Loud, it closed now. R.I.P.
Oh, it was a club?
Yeah, kind of. It was like an improv club, and they did a stand-up mic.
Okay.
And it was the first time it was the first place I ever did stand-up. So they just liked me naturally. I also lived 10 minutes away at the time. And dude, here's how they would advertise. They would do the first 5 spots on the mic were $20. Meaning if you wanted to go up in the top 5, you paid $20 online to like reserve a spot. and then they would run Google ads where if you Googled open mic in Chicago, they were the first thing that showed up. So all they would get was like the first 5 spots essentially were people like 45-year-old men that were trying comedy for the first time that had paid $20 to go first.
Oh, this is good.
And it was 5-minute sets.
Mm-hmm.
So the first half hour of the show is a 5-minute host set by me, and then 5 of the worst sets you've ever seen. Like 5 of the worst 5 minutes you've ever seen. And then it would just be like suburban open micers.
Yeah.
It made me good at hosting because I genuinely had to revive a room.
And there was a crowd there for this?
Yeah, they'd get a crowd. They would get a crowd. They would all leave within the first half hour because it was so bad.
Oh, that's good.
But then randomly, like, the second half of the mic would be like Peyton, Luca. Like, it would be like a good mic
I feel as
afterwards.
though it's a different kind of bad when it's 45-year-old guys in the suburbs.
Yes.
Because they're going up and just going, you know when you rape a lady.
I mean, again, some might be shocked by that. That is what...
That's exactly what their premises
It's a 45-year-old man going up going, hey, my wife's like a dumb bitch. She's at home taking care of our kids right now. And you go, oh, my God, what a hateable human being.
Yeah, I'm drunk right now.
Yes, yeah, I'm drunk right now. My 9-year-old has his T-ball debut right now. I'm missing it to be here.
But this is my dream.
Yes, I'm following my passion.
I just, there's so many guys. This is the thing where I'm happy to be in Chicago. And I don't know if it's like this in the burbs, but there's such perpetual, like, you're bound to the open mics so much more at the beginning where you see a lot of the same characters of people that like have wives.
Yep.
And you're like, you're here every night. I'm 19. I have nothing to do. You have a wife and a job tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm like not going to class.
Yeah,
but
I
nobody's
assume Cincinnati and the suburbs, it's cut from the same cloth, where you're right, it's like, it's two very different kinds of sad. Where one is like, hey, I'm 19, I'm still like finding who I am and what I want to do. I'm giving this my all, but also like, I'm not taking away from any other part of my life right now. Like, this isn't taking anything away. And then you're right, then it's 50-year-olds that are going up there going, I'm trying to get into commercial acting. And they're going up and like running a pre-written 5 minutes about a story with no punchlines about how their wife won't give them fellatio anymore. And then you have to like hang out with all of them afterwards. And just because they're older in life, they'll try to like give you advice. And you go, hey man, all due respect, I never want to end up like...
Well, this isn't dunking on people because there's a lot of people that are of that age that know how to like act in their like...
Absolutely.
Where they like find their lane because they know how to like talk as a dad.
Yes.
But there's just some people that they want to be cool. They're like...
yes.
It's their midlife crisis.
Yeah, they're like, I'm on the dating apps too.
Yeah.
And then all of us young guys go, no, that's actually really sad. We don't...
Yeah, when a guy that's seems like he should have a wife and kids gives off, I'm trying to fuck energy.
Yep.
That's
he's flirting with a 21-year-old open micer across the bar, and you go, man, I'd actually appreciate it if you didn't try to relate to me. I'd respect you more if we didn't relate on anything.
God, but that is who I relate to the most.
It's like the fuckboy old man.
I'm just never going to grow up for the next 20 years.
You said that last night, and I disagree. Because I've also known you for years, and I'm like, you've grown up. I think we all have.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm starting to regress.
Yeah, no, I've seen you grow up and then grow right back
Yeah,
down. But,
it's all ebbs and flows. You catch waves.
Yeah.
It's
It is funny that maturity does kind of come in that.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, God, I ate all good meals this week.
Yep, I'm really an adult.
I ran. I meditated.
Yep.
I read a book.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next week you're like, I drank 6 days in a row.
And I didn't even notice.
But that's the same guy. I know. God. I woke up today and I was like, I'm not hungover.
That feels bad.
I know.
Where you're like, just another day.
I was like, I think it was that Gatorade Zero I had. Oh yeah, by the way, podcast, I'm drinking again. I started this podcast when I quit drinking.
How many podcast returns do you think ever have had that exact line? Where it goes, hey guys, I'm back after a 6-month break. Also, I'm drinking again.
Yeah, but usually then that line is followed by, and I've quit, and that's why I have the wherewithal to start this.
Yes, yes. Also, I'm trying to get my kids back.
And I need this.
Please hit like and subscribe. I need it. I need it right now.
I know I haven't posted in 5 months, but I do have a Patreon, and
your support means everything.
It
truly.
costs $30.
Yeah. It does feel like bad, kind of like dunking on older men doing comedy, because you are like, oh, they still have the same joy that we do. They still love this.
Dude, it's oh god, they're not gonna hear that. They're not gonna know who they are. But I went back to Cincinnati, and just like there are people that are like a little bit older.
Yeah.
That are your like. They're not like that dad type. They're like you. There are your peers.
Yes.
I feel like we have those here in Chicago, where like
in the suburbs, I have a bunch of them.
Yeah, where you can't actually hang with them, and they are in their 40s, but they don't have a wife and kids. They have a neck tattoo. They got, and just it is a bummer of like they still sometimes they'll have that thing where they're like, I'm not leaving Cincinnati. You're like,
yeah.
damn.
You know what it is? It's the same feeling you would get, like when you're in it. When you're in the suburbs or when you're in Cincinnati and you live there, it's almost like the mom in high school that would let you drink in their basement, where you'd be like, what a cool lady. And then you move out and move on, and you look back and you're like, that's kind of a weird person.
Yeah, I'm like, why was he going on a walk every morning with a 21-year-old guy? Why?
Yeah, that was weird.
He still is the funniest comic.
Of course. They always are.
Yeah, but then they have that thing where I guess they're just not going to.
No, it's not going to work.
But then you see guys that like Derek Stroop that like figure it out later in life, that like are able to tap into it.
Yeah, but I think Stroop, again, you know him better than I do, but like he's got like a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, but he was a drunk for a while.
But then he like had the wherewithal to clean it up.
I know, but I know people that are like just like shithead sober. So
yes, that is a defining characteristic. Like if you get sober and you're still like kind of a piece of shit, and it's like
what it is.
Maybe this is you.
It's the people that kind of have it going for them while they're still drunks.
Yeah,
when they turn it around,
and then they get sober and they hit like a turbo
running. You know, that's what it is. If you're a drunk and you can't even do that, you can get sober and be mid.
Yeah.
But you could just sleep on the street. No, that's
so sad. But yes.
It's actually not true at all. I feel like I know people that are like crackheads that steal from people that turn it around and then they're CEOs.
Yeah.
So
you see it happen.
Yeah, but they're usually like the smart thieves first.
That's what I mean. Like, even when they're drunk, you're like, there's potential here.
You're like, God, if he just didn't do that, if he just applied himself.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like 3 or 4 names right now that I'm like, man, if they got sober tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. See, this is why I kind of want to be a sad case, because I want people to always look at me and be like, if he just applied himself. Because then you never actually have to try.
Carter, this is such a bad mentality to have, though. To be like, man, I want all my friends to wish for my best potential my whole life.
Yeah, it's like when I show up high all the time, I'm like, I want people to go like, man, he did that high.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and then when I do bad, they're like, well, he was high. So.
Yeah.
Just trying to get through life.
Yeah. Hey, whatever ways we got to cope, it's cool.
I just want to get through life within the best view of everybody's life with the least amount of effort. Or best, I don't know if that makes any sense. Everybody has the best view of me, but I have to like try the least to attain it.
Yeah. It's a very creative way of saying I'd like the most success without trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
but not success, because even if success doesn't happen,
no,
I want people to be like, he should be.
Yes. You would just like the highest opinion.
I want everybody to go,
others.
I don't know why he hasn't.
Yeah. That is, I guess, a thing, not even just in comedy, but like in, I guess, just general career stuff as you get older, where you go, what do people really want? Success or just respect from peers?
Mm-hmm. I really just want respect from peers. I want everybody that's around me to treat me nice.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's a lot.
Like, I don't care what like randos on the internet think of me. I would just like people that see me every night that barely know about me to like really think highly of me.
You know what's really shitty is I do think that the people that live that life are typically happier than the people that have like immense success, because those people usually have.
Yeah. Brandon Kiefer, actually, shout out Kiefer, warned me. Shout out Kiefer.
When I was thinking of you,
I was too. You didn't even gotta say it. But we were both, yeah. At a certain point, I was like, we should just say the name. Kiefer told me one time to like always be wary of like trying to impress new open micers, because he was like, that's a dangerous pit to fall into, of like trying to impress kids that you've never met, but you just see around and you're like, I bet they look up to me. He's like, don't ever do that. That's like a scary pit to fall into.
Isn't it nice when Ethan Heck's nice to you, though?
Yeah, but that's like not what we should be going for.
Yeah.
Or like enjoy it for like a month. And
Well,
then, like,
you know what?
right.
I think there's really a happy medium to all of this because there's
sure.
a thing between relatability and originality where like you don't want to be a hack, but you don't want to be a fucking open mic warrior. You don't want you don't want to be an edgelord, but you don't want to be like the safe guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be playing nursing homes.
So there's like a happy medium where you just kind of do the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
But I think I don't really. I've been going to open mics lately, but I feel like when you do well at an open mic, that's never a good thing.
A little bit. In open mic, I feel like I want to walk away being like, oh, I got something done. Not like, oh, I crushed. Where you want to be like, oh, I figured something out.
Whatever. I really just go to get drunk.
And Carter, that's why I love you. That's what I respect.
It's always when I've had just a couple at a show, and I'm like, we're going to the mic, right, boys?
Yeah. Hey, guys, we're all going to Schuba's after this,
guys,
right?
we're going to get work done. We're going to... just a couple shots.
I felt that when we were talking about that the other night of, like, going to write in public. And it's, like, so much of, like, oh, I'm going to write is really just, like, trying to set the most incredible vibe of all time. By just being like, I'm just gonna go to a coffee shop and like, I'll have my favorite sweater on, and my AirPods in with smooth jazz playing, and then I'll stare at a notebook for an hour and get nothing done.
My big thing is to ask somebody to write when I'm too nervous to ask them on a date.
You should never admit to that again. As your friend, Carter, never admit to that.
I've never done that.
I'm aware.
Maybe once.
So funny. Like, yeah, my big thing to ask women on dates is I go, do you want to write stand-up comedies?
Well, if they're like only like 2 months in, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. When they're young and vulnerable.
When they go on stage and they go, so this is my first time.
Yeah. You go, oh, you want to write together? Yeah.
Yeah, got it. I got a lot of tags.
Yeah. I could help you, really.
No, All right, never mind.
I'll
delete
just kidding,
that part. Yeah, that was just an actual
We
joke.
have to put in that we're kidding about that.
Yeah, that was a big joke. Never done that.
Yeah.
I'm gay.
If you defend it too much, it sounds incriminating.
I only do that to men, and it's okay, because gay people are allowed to be pervy.
Do gay dudes do that, you think?
No, they just go, hey, would you like your cock in my asshole?
Yeah, they don't have to, like, beat around the bush.
Yeah,
Like, do you want to write together sometime?
They just go, you know how you have a penis and I have a penis, and they're
Yeah.
both horny.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, it's really not as complicated. You don't have to pretend that you like want to talk for 2 hours.
This is a thing that's been happening to me to kind of veer away from comedy for a second that I feel weird talking about because it feels homophobic, but it is happening to me where gay men have always been like in my DMs, and that I'm fine. Like, in my opinion, say anything you want over the internet. I don't ever like feel threatened really because it's like it's all online.
That's not true for me.
Okay. But I have been getting lightly harassed by gay men recently.
Lightly harassed.
In person.
What? Oh, in person.
Yeah, and that's getting weird.
Like touch?
No, verbally. Like I did an open mic the other day, and I guess this is kind of comedy related. But
It was a comic on stage?
no, it was I was making that joke of like, oh, if I was a woman, I would like sell my body instantly. Like I'd have like a blue collar OnlyFans, which is like not an inherently sexual joke. It's pretty much just me saying like, oh, if I was a woman, I would just try to make money by doing sex work. And then like a gay dude that was at the mic that I don't think is a comic came up to me afterwards and was like, don't tease me with that whole selling my body thing. And I was like, oh, okay, man. Like, nice to meet you. Like, he led the conversation with that. I had never met this person before. It was even that I was fine with. And then I was like, oh, yeah, man. Like, great to see you. Have a good night. And then he was like, no, for real. I'd pay to see you masturbate. And, like, said it to me, like, in a cornered bar situation where I was, like, trying to close out a tab and kind of couldn't get out of it. And, again, using the word harass feels a little bit extreme. But stuff like that has been happening more and more.
And so, like, just in case, what was his Instagram?
Hey, man. Yeah. I didn't get his contact info.
Why? No.
Because I don't want to make money, Carter.
No.
That's why.
Yeah. It is insane. I assume with we both had comedy only fans.
Yeah, which was weird.
I assume
I'm very glad I don't have that anymore.
Quite a few people DMing on that.
Yeah, it was getting weird.
Yeah. That was, You're like, I don't know why they're getting sexual on the sex site.
Yeah. Yeah, part of that I go, that's a little bit on us.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit on the cha-ching.
Yes.
But on the
To be fair, Carter and I got a bag for that.
Yep.
Shout out to OFTV.
Well, here's what was nice is I turned on. You had to pay to DM me.
I had that too.
Yeah, and so I would just like go back and forth. They'd be like, "How's your day?" I'd be like, "Good."
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "So what did you do?" And I'd be like, "Just walking."
They clearly want it to be sexual.
But it's like $5 every message.
Yeah.
So it's got a couple
And what were you wearing on that walk? Shoes,
pants,
like, yeah,
khakis.
That should be like the new Jake from State Farm thing. It's just a dude like making $20 off of sex work. It's like trying his best.
There's guys that get horny from khakis.
Yeah,
That's the thing is people got. Yeah,
people got kinks.
the thing is on the gay dating apps, dating. If
The gay sex apps,
most people just don't have a profile picture, so I've been on there and I've put my profile picture, and the sheer number of like I have $800.
Wait, really?
Yeah, just like people like that are in the neighborhood, just like
The gay economy is odd to me. And I say that with no, like, I mean this sincerely, no judgment. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. I think that's an illness. If you're willing to pay $800 to have a person just right now come
That's
over,
what I mean.
Well, okay. There's I know plenty of people that they just live a healthy life, and then I think it's because of the access in the gay world. Whereas like there's some people that jack off to OnlyFans models all day and like are gooners or whatever, and then there's people that like are able to just scroll hookup sites and they can literally just go to an orgy that's happening right now.
Are there gay incels?
Like that can't get laid?
That's what I mean.
No,
right?
because anybody.
Is that the genuine cure for the male loneliness epidemic? Is just like
Go gay.
Yeah, if you're not getting laid with the women, you gotta.
Some internet theorists are saying this is what's happening.
Yes,
I will say that this is like a red pill.
Yeah, I'll send you some YouTube
theory,
channels when we get done.
That actually men being hyper into porn, it's turning them gay because they're so addicted to sex and need it that they will take the validation of a man even though that they're not truly homosexual.
Do you think there's any truth in that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the apps that like just their bio says straight man, just like they don't care. They're just like need a mouth.
That's crazy.
And I think it's why gay men feel so comfortable like flirting so hard.
Because that's how their world works. Like I think that about, not to circle back to this, but that guy that said that to me at the bar, where I go like, I want to be upset and be like, why the hell would you say that to me? But then I also think, like, in his world, that's probably a pretty normal thing to say to somebody. Like, and maybe that's me jumping to conclusions, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say this. I went to, when I was on one of my road trips, I was in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and they have bathhouses that are, like, geothermally.
Okay, because I go to bathhouses in Chicago every once in a while, but I know some of them are like underground gay sex.
This isn't a gay place.
It's like a regular bathhouse.
Yeah, there was like all kinds of people there, and it was like a window on the place, like you could see inside. So it's like not really.
There's nothing shady going on. Yeah,
but I was sitting in one of the tubs, and just like this like 70-something-year-old man comes over, and he's just like asking me, and we're like having a normal conversation, just talking about where we're from and stuff. And he's like, then he's like, you like man mouth? I was like, excuse me? Yeah, he's like, you ever been with a man like that? And I'm like, so you said the different pools are like a different temperature, like per.
Yeah.
And I like went over to the other.
Oh, did he work there?
No, we just were talking. He was like, yeah, there are different. He was telling me earlier that the different pools were like different temperatures. Some are hotter than others.
Do you like man mouth is one of the craziest
I know. Do you like
ways.
man mouth was his opening, and then he was telling me about in Texarkana there's an all male camp. He's like, it's pretty fun, and he told me that beforehand, and I was like, oh, all man, like that's cool. I didn't even think about the sexual part. I was like, yeah, boys' night.
I like the idea of him then, after that interaction, going to his other 70-year-old gay friend and be like, I told you the man mouth thing wasn't going to fucking work. God damn it.
Yeah, man, I told you the game.
I just like the idea of
Now it's
like
just two of us.
like 7-year-old gay men getting nervous to talk to other gay men in the same way that like a 16-year-old boy would ask out like a prom date. Like it's clearly just like a nervous like, are you from Tennessee? Because you want a man mouth or?
He did say he liked my tattoos at one point.
Okay, so there were signs.
Yeah,
coming
there were signs, but I just was like. I was really into just talking to strangers because I was on like a 6-week solo road trip.
Yeah, so you're like, I just need.
I was talking to
camaraderie.
every stranger for a while.
Here's a theory that I'm coming up with as I say it, but maybe because my friend group of straight men is so generally progressive that we're all kind of nice to each other. Like we'll compliment each other. We'll also like make jokes and roast or whatever, but like we're just genuinely nice. That maybe we're not as aware of men hitting on us because we're just used to compliments from men.
No, that's not true.
You don't think so?
Because no, gay men don't just go, you look nice. They go, I want your fucking cock.
It's true. It is inherently sexual.
Not every time,
But mostly.
I did Crushes the other week, which is a independent show here in Chicago. That
Shout out Crushes.
And there was a gay man in the front, and I did my bisexual stuff, and he sent me a DM at 3 a.m. 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Just going, hey. And I just went, 3 a.m. is crazy, bro.
Yeah. When you responded 3 a.m. is crazy. That's so funny.
And yeah,
Tough.
but I feel bad.
Why?
Rejecting lately because I've actually I think it's especially getting older is that people just are more sexually forward.
Yeah.
As you grow older, there's not as much banter around it.
I wouldn't even say it's sexually forward. They're just like more quick to the point no matter what they're trying to get out of you. Even if it's like a relationship. Like they're very quick to
they just don't have time.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't get a crush on somebody in your class anymore.
Well, because there's no like, oh, I'm gonna send you a note.
Oh, I might tomorrow. I might the next.
Yeah.
It's like we have to right now because I'm never gonna see you again.
Yeah, this is it. Sorry. Mm-hmm. I have things to do, places to be.
Yeah, but like the other thing when I was hanging out with our comic friend Erickson,
yes,
and I did the 2-man to like pull one of the ladies away.
Yeah,
I then realized how soulless I felt of like, oh, I'm not actually into her.
Yeah, I don't really care
like this, and I'm just kind of like not even listening to what she said.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's really
your
bad.
mind is elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm like, that's bad behavior. And then like when she was like wanting to like move forward and I didn't want to, then I was like, oh, this really hurts actually to do. This isn't nice.
Yeah. I've noticed the thing about like getting right to the point, because you and I have talked about this before. I traditionally date older. I don't know why. I just like ever since I've been like 20, I've just like always been like dating like about 5 years ahead. Like I'm 24 now. It's like most women I go out with are about 30, and I feel like that age range, they do almost have like the gay man thing of like let's cut to it, but for like relationships, where it's like let's get right to like, are you into me or not? And I do feel like, so I'll let you go to say, just my overall point is like, I think they're so upfront that it kind of takes all of like the playfulness out of it.
So why do you enjoy that then? If you don't like the playfulness?
No, I'm saying I like them. I don't like that they're doing that.
Okay.
That's like such a turnoff for me, especially in that age group of women, is like feeling the need to right away be like, all right, are you into me or not? And it's like, I haven't even gotten to know you. I don't know. Like, can we at least flirt for like a week or two? Like,
yeah, but
that speed dating event that we went to was that in a nutshell. Because it was a bunch of like, I did like sorry, I forgot you know about this thing. Obviously don't. I did like it's called pitch and pair. And it's like you pitch your friend to a group of singles. And if anyone has ever been to a singles event, the only people that show up to it are women. Like men aren't going to singles events. And it's primarily women in their late 20s, early 30s that are like, I want to settle down and I want it now. And they come into it with such a serious energy that it's like you can't even like joke around. There's no playfulness in it because it just feels like a job interview.
Well, 30 is like right at the age where your second IUD is about to come out. So
the copper's expiring, so you got to get rolling.
I know that timeline. Well, and but they're mostly like, if they're 30, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Say it. Sorry, I went on like a long rant. I want your thoughts on that.
Well, I was just gonna say if they're 30 and going to events like that, it's like, why haven't you found somebody in the wild?
Yes. there is usually a huge red flag of like, oh, something is wrong.
Here's where I'm at in life right now is I find that women that are in their 30s that are more about their like life and career, we're really it's a really good thing on the road.
Oh yeah.
Of they know you're only in town for the week. And it's like a little romance.
Yes.
And then like you leave, and then they're like, when you're back in Phoenix, and you're like,
which you know is never gonna happen. Yeah.
And then you're like, when can I do Phoenix again?
You're looking up the club calendar, being like, who can I open
all
for?
3
in
people.
Phoenix?
I'm just like scrolling their dates, going like Phoenix.
Phoenix. Anybody?
I know. I actually
Is anybody
booked
going to
Don't Tell Phoenix to headline a weekend.
This
is a true lady that I'm talking about.
Okay. I figured with the amount of detail you're providing, I was like, Phoenix is a random reference.
Yeah,
okay.
Phoenix, Portland.
Yep. God, I gotta get to Cincinnati soon.
Cleveland.
Gotta get back out there.
Cincinnati. Oh, dude. I can't say that. Yeah, I can. We're at 50 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah, if they're here at this point,
This is my life right now.
there's none of your close friends that are listening. At
Yeah,
this
I
point.
got to get out of this loop. This is my piece of shit thing. Is
Okay.
like I got like 11% women following, and I probably followed 99% in the back. But there's this girl that's been liking my Instagram stories.
This is a little relatable, unfortunately.
And like I'll go through the profile. I'm like, so where's she live? And I'm like, God, none of the things have like locations. And then she posted something not that long ago in Cincinnati, and I was gonna be there that weekend. And I went, oh, I'm gonna be there next weekend. She's like, oh, dang, I'm gonna be in Chicago.
And you're like, actually, I just canceled. I'll be home. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that we swapped. But that's the level of like torment of where I just need to get out of that loop.
I don't do that specifically, but I will.
That's a little far.
I'll vulnerably own up to this. Like you go to your Instagram and it's like you see like just followed you. When I'm on the app, if I see a profile picture that I'm like, she looks interesting, I'll click on it and then I'll look and maybe I'll follow back. But I'm not following all of them back. I think that's nuts to be like, I'm going to follow every female follower.
Well, not every female.
You said 90%.
Well, that's for the joke. But
fair.
I'm usually, if it's a private profile, I'm like, what's it?
Yeah. You're pulling up, you're screenshotting and zooming in. And
God, that's the male behavior that I'm like, I should remove that. I just need to like submit to God. And
here's the thing that I tried to explain this to an older friend the other day. Not even that old. He's like 30. But he didn't understand this at all because he was like, this woman followed me and DM'd me, and he was like, she looks good, but there's not that many pictures on her Instagram. I'm trying to figure out if she's attractive. And I was like, did you go to tagged photos yet? And he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you don't know tagged photo? It's like a day one tactic.
That's a good info to give over though.
You don't do tagged photos?
No, I do.
Oh,
tag
okay,
photos. I'm
good.
just saying that's good to bestow upon our millennial.
You have to let them know. For those of you that aren't listening, it's tagged photos. You go to tagged photos, and here's a next level thing that I always go to. Tagged photos from her male friends. Here's why. Because women friends will do this thing where they send the pictures ahead of time and go, hey, can I post this? Dudes don't do that.
That's good.
So it's like, if you want a true candid of what she really looks like in real life, tagged photos from her male friends.
Here's what I do, though, is I always, like, I'll see those, and then I go, all right, it's like between.
Yeah. You go, all right, I've seen the highlights and the lowlights. It's got to be somewhere in the middle.
Because I always go, like, no, if it's somewhere between it, it's
yeah, as long as it's not, that's the low end.
Yeah, if it's not the picture of her asshole that her friend posted.
It's her violently puking over FaceTime, and you go, probably she doesn't look like that in real life.
Just holding the phone here on FaceTime. Well, you know what? I think we got to the bottom of it, and we have one battery thing left on here, so I don't want it to die.
I like that call.
Lose this whole thing.
Yep.
So, you know what? I think this has been a good.
You know what? I would say we were synced up.
I think we were synced up like a day. I think we were both leaking red between our legs, brother.
You ever hear a callback on a podcast like that? I bet you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
What if it wasn't recording at all?
Dude, I'm worried. I was thinking about the sun. Never mind. We'll do this after. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thanks for listening.
I appreciate you. Bye.
Heavy-handed lying, must do, yeah.